Hello, this is Tina Ballet here with a captain's vlog. I would like to expound upon my experience with season 4 um, of this animated series that I watched streaming now on Netflix. It's called Jurassic World Chaos Theory, and I would like to expound upon the character Brooklyn, Brooke for short, and a little bit about what she had to face versus what the other characters had to face. I felt like she had to interact with people more so than the other characters. She had to communicate with them. She had to think quickly on she had to think quicker than quickly in a lot of the situations that she was in. Um, so yeah, I wanted to make this vlog and expound upon that because I felt like the other characters, they just, I mean, they kind of gave her credit a little bit, but they was in their feelings, and it felt like they just they it, I I kind of want to say they discredit her because of how she did what she did, but they did give credit to her. It's just that they felt some kind of way with how she was doing things. Uh, and I just want to say, like, she had to deal with humans. They didn't have to deal with humans. They were dealing more so with dinosaurs, and they didn't have to deal with humans face to face. Like whenever they did have to deal with humans, it was more duck and hide and run away from the humans. She, on the other hand, she had to stand in front of people. She had to speak to them and adhere to their whatever side she could adhere to further her investigation, her discovery on who was behind selling the dinosaurs and things like that. And I mean, to the point where she's in the dinosaur den with uh, a dinosaur controller person. I mean, she was in harm's way with that one. Like, and she had been scoping out the woman, and the woman had been scoping out her, and I'm like, oh my goodness. And even before that, she had to get in with this group that was, I think they were setting the dinosaurs free. She had to get in with that group, but even before that, she had to get away from the the DNTs or whatever. So that was like the most I saw her like run and hide. But the other scenario, she had to face the humans. She had to utilize the skills that would acquire her more information. Like she ain't have time to. I mean, I can't. I'm like Team Brooke right now, just because like they. I don't know. It's hey. I guess they grew apart. I don't know. Like they. I don't. They didn't let it go. I almost kind of feel like they not considerate about like everything that she had to go through. Knowing that she went through that stuff by herself. Like everybody else in the group had somebody, if they so chose to have somebody. Now, when they choose not to have each other and then they go and do their own separate thing, that's one thing. So it's kind of like Brooke kind of did that. But Brooke was on it. Like, it's almost like they kind of forgot that she took on that mission when they was in Camp Contagion. Like, after Camp Contagion, it's like Brooke was the only one continuing on the mission. Like everybody else, they were doing their own thing. Sammy, she was at the farm. Jazz went to school and was into the rehabilitations with the dino um, holograms. Um, Darius, Darius, he was studying. Ben, Ben is the only one, and Brooke did not. I don't know why, but Brooke did not look to Ben. Like for some reason, they kind of was separated. And but when that all happened to Brooke, like at the moment she wanted to come forth with all the information she had uncovered, she was gonna come out to Darius with it. And Darius, he kind of was in his feelings about what his feelings was developing, what they weren't developing, and all that stuff. So he didn't even go meet up with her. So it's kind of like circumstances then after that. So when she realized she was sought after, then that's when she did what she did. That's why they mad. I don't know why. Duh. And I guess okay, I'ma just chalk it up to people writing, trying to I guess write it realistically. I guess because I love the writing. I love all of the um vulnerability that each one of them shares with each other. It's just that ending. Oh my goodness. That ending where she says, I don't know why I did what I did. And then Darius, like, uh huh. But to begin with, like, for her to say she don't know why she did what she did, it like undermines everything she did. And she know why she did what she did. She had a plan, and she stuck with it, even though she knew it was hurting her. She was focused though, and she knew it would hurt them, but she thought it was keeping them safe, and so she stuck to her plan. And um, but yeah, Ben was on it. Ben was right there with her. He was like the only one that kind of kept hope open that she did survive. Everybody else kind of went on with about their business. He went on about his business too. Now he Ben said never again will he be caught out with the dinosaurs. Uh, boy, that boy he got. he got swole. Like he said he can handle himself. He said, ha, but he could handle himself before he got swole too. So, but I guess he figured them muscles was gonna help him. I don't know. I don't know. Whatever, however, he got some muscles, and he was on it with Brooke, and he kept hope open that she did survive. And I'm like, yeah. You know, because what are we seeing here? All we seeing is a little splatter. We ain't seeing, limbs from here to here. Okay, maybe we saw an arm, but usually it be bodies. Like I'm like, what y'all think? The thing just gobble her up? Well, sometimes they be sometimes the dinosaur do gobble them up. But oh man. But yeah, Brooke, she had to communicate. She had to use the art of communication to continue on with her research and move from place to place like she did and set things in place like she did. They didn't have to do that. Stood up and spoke to one of the dinosaur rulers. She faced Dr. Wu by herself. I forgot the first time when they did meet Dr. Wu, who met him first and if it was a group thing. She might have met him first then, but I'm just focusing more on season 4 because I just watched it. Um, she had to get in the group by herself, the other group, the other dino group that was doing what they was doing. She had to use skills the other members of the group probably never had to use. But I do like in the show when their skills are shown and when they do think quick on their feet, like they kind of realize the situation and they kind of they know what skills to use in the situations. So I did like when the show did that. I'm like, oh, you thinking, you quick on your feet. I liked how everybody, just to get off of like the Brooke situation, because I kind of just mostly said everything. I liked how Kenji, I like how everyone trusted Kenji to get them to safety. Nobody questioned Kenji in season 4 when it came to him saying, hey, we finna do this. We finna get to safety. Here's how we doing it. Let's go. And Kenji got everyone to safety. It's like they knew, okay, this is what Kenji good at. We're gonna listen to Kenji and we're gonna get to safety. And I like that. I like that highlight of Kenji's skills. That's why I'm a bit flustered when it comes to seeing Brooke's skills. Brooke's skills was shown throughout the series. It was everything that she did. She was able to duck, tuck, and roll up out that cabin when she could, when she needed to. She was able to get in the group that she needed to get in to get to where she needed to go. She was able to get in with the Dino ruler, the the Dino ruler, uh, and the Dino ruler. It might have been for her own good, but the Dino ruler did make Brooke a prosthetic arm, have a prosthetic arm made for her. But and I'm glad Brooke didn't keep it because I think it might have been a tracker in that thing. Because I almost was like, Brooke, why you ain't keep that thing? But Brooke was saying that it was making her arm feel some kind of way. And I almost thought that it was about to get adhered to her arm and she wouldn't be able to take it off. That's kind of how I was looking. And so Brooke was like, shoot, I'm gonna take my arm up out of this thing before we what do you call it? Yeah, adhere to her arm. What's another fuse? Before it fuses to her arm. That's what I thought it was gonna do. And so Brooke took that thing off her arm, and I was like, yeah, that's probably good because it probably got a tracking device in it. And so yeah, like the Dino ruler that made her that prosthetic arm probably, made it, and it probably got a tracker in it, so she probably put it in there to know where Brooke was, even though she kind of knew where Brooke was anyway, but without it. But she probably did it to make it easier. And maybe she was utilizing her skills to get on uh, good terms with Brooke. So yeah, her being able to, get in this space with the Dino ruler, ride in the same helicopter as her, be in the same apartment with her. Like she utilized them skills, playing the parts that she played. Those that is very skillful. That's why I'm like, how everybody? Okay, like it seemed like Kenji's skills were highlighted in a good way. Brooke's skills were highlighted in a, we don't like how you did that. Eh. And I'm like, oh, that irks me a little bit. That irks me a smidget. Like, we don't like how you did it. Yeah, thanks for the info, but we don't like how you got the info. Like, well, give me my info back then. Like, goodness, it's almost like Her, I don't know. Like I see him as skills. I don't know. This, or do I know? Let me think. Because Kenji, he does like switch up with how he acts or how he used to act, and so you can see a different in how he used to act from how he is now. And Sammy pointed that out and congratulated Kenji on being a better person, even with what he's going through. And he lied himself to one of the dino buyers, but Sammy didn't give him slack for that. Sammy congratulated him and gave him kudos. But then when it comes to Brooke, they like, "No, you lied. We can't. We don't know how long we gonna not like you for that." I'm like, "Can't you lie?" But it's okay when Kenji did it. But when Brooke did it, we don't like how you did it. Like, what? And Brooke even left clues. Like Brooke was on it. Like she left her jacket at Sammy's farm with the map in it for them to find it, to get back together and do know where to go and things like that. Like Sammy, I mean not Sammy, Brooklyn, Brooklyn embodied her skills. Like Kenji can turn his skills on and off. Like his skill isn't necessarily, he don't use his skills all the time. Like in the situation, his skills weren't required of him to utilize his skills all the time, or yeah, I mean they were utilized when they were necessary to utilize. With Brooke, she had more situations to where she had to do things, and I'm just like, where her credit at? Where's her credit? Like, they're not considering, like, Brooke was scared. Brooke was alone. Brooke was attacked by a dinosaur. Like, none of them can say to the extent that Brooke was. I mean, all of them done been attacked. But she's the one needing a prosthetic arm. Like, it's almost like, okay, we're not going to give her sympathy because she got a prosthetic arm. We're not going to show her any different sympathy. And it comes off like, eh, I see that you're not trying to give her sympathy because she got a prosthetic arm. You're trying to make her like, oh, she's still normal. But at the same time, they're not showing that they care about her. They're not showing her sympathy and empathy for the other things. And I did mention that earlier. I was like, okay, so what if she didn't have the prosthetic arm? Or what if she didn't need the prosthetic arm and she had both her arms and she still went through the situation? Like, would they still be cold shouldered to her? Because it's almost like they didn't want to show warmth to her. They kind of gave her the cold shoulder. Yeah, they did. They gave her the cold shoulder. And to the point where Brooklyn kind of undermining what all she done did and went through and why she did it with her comment talking about she don't know why. Now you know why. You had a plan. You was scared. You were trying to keep them off your friend's back. And yeah, they came for them anyway. And but Ben was there to keep them a few feet ahead of the situation. Cause it was coming off to Brooke like they were mad she was alive. To the point where Brooke was like, okay, dinosaurs, you can take me now. Since my friends rather, since her friends rather she be Dino Chum than be here with them. And that's a lot. That's a lot on Brooke. She tried to push it away because of what she's had to do to stay focused on her plan. She had to push her feelings, well, she pushed her feelings aside in order to what she thought she could do to keep her friends safe. And then, like, it all but coming off as it didn't matter. Everything that she did to, in hopes that she keeping her friends safe, like, that's effed up to think that she went through all of that. She pushed her feelings aside in order to keep them safe, and they ungrateful. Or they say they grateful, but they still mad. That hurt Brooke. And she's in the how the writing is. She's understanding. She understands. So I do like the writing and how their relation, how each one of them in the relationship is able to be so vulnerable. I just had an issue with Brooke saying she don't know why she did what she did. I got an issue with that because in the previous seasons, she said, she was pushing her feelings aside to keep everybody safe. No matter how she felt like she had to keep her distance to keep everybody safe. And that's why she did it the way she did it. She went through so much by herself that I really think she needs to value that, and no matter what the group feels about the situation, she needs to that value that. Don't take that away from her. She you don't know what all she had to do. We only saw what they showed us. She went through a lot. While they was sitting up there ducking and dodging people, letting the dinos chew them up. Brooke had to talk to people, utilize those communication skills. And on top of that, stay alive in the presence of people that could control dinosaurs. So, um, when I first started watching Camp Cretacean, it came on like a interactive game. And when I first saw it, I thought the whole show was like that, but it was only the virtual game that the character was playing inside the game. But yeah, I thought it was a interactive game where you could choose different things. I think it would be a cool animated series to see the different characters switch roles. And they play the roles how they say they would play it. Like with Darius, he would play the role using honesty because he came at Brooke talking about something. You couldn't be honest. Okay, you play her role being honest. Okay, you do that and see see what you can get, and that let that be like a series of sorts to see what he could get, what how it would go. But at the same time, it probably would go well because everybody has their own reality. So everybody would probably succeed in their own reality of the role, whether they're being honest or using the art of persuasion. It would work out either way, I would think. Now that I said it out loud. I don't know. I don't know if we could trust Dr. Wu. I don't know. I thought he was the one that brought out the fiery locust. And then what's up with the other dude? What's his name? I think I kept calling him Haji. But the dinosaur buyer, what's up with him? I don't know. I thought maybe he might have did something. He might have set out the locust, but I don't know. Apparently not. It didn't come out that it was him or Dr. Wu. I'm just like, dang, Brooke don't get no celebration. She back from the dead. She don't get no celebration. They ain't gonna celebrate Brooke. Good man. She lived. Y'all need to be asking her what she did. Like, how did you do that, girl? They kind of brought it up in earlier seasons, but they had to talk quick. Like, I don't know, Brooke's next adventure might be hosting a master class on the art of persuasion. Cause she did a lot of persuading, but so she did have that skill because she's what a she was working on that skill back in Camp Cretagion. She really did. She sharpened that skill though. Her confidence. She picked up on her confidence and she went for it. Cause that might be the only thing she needed to sharpen back in Camp Cretagion, cause they brought that up when she was kind of unsure about herself and what she needed to do, and talking to her audience. So she already had the communication skills. But yeah, she sharpened that too because she did mention, like, for her post, she everybody thought she made it look easy, and she confessed that, like, she would do the videos over numerous of times till it looked like it was easy on camera, but it took her like 88 takes or something like that. So, so she did sharpen some skills somewhere. Cause she didn't have time for 88 takes. Once she started getting into the dino groups and Coming face to face with the Dino controller. She ain't have no 88 takes. I like the big dinosaur in this in season 4. It had spittle. I was like, ew. But yeah, it had spittle. I think that was the only dinosaur this season that had that. I didn't see it from the T-Rex. But I saw it from the big dinosaur. And I think that was, yeah, that was a different dinosaur than what was it called? The dinosaur that Ben defeated, or he thought he defeated. It looked like he defeated him. The Toro, I think his name was Toro. Ben had named it Toro. Uh, it kind of looked like that one at first, but it wasn't. I thought it was that one, but it I don't know. It might not have been that one. Because later on, we saw a dinosaur. He had some long talons. And they weren't curved. They was long and sharp. And he was going around just acting like a barbecue skewer. What you call them things? A skewer? Skewer? I don't know. He just was going around poking his nails down. I was like, oh my goodness. Oh, oh my goodness. I don't think that was him with the spittle, the one with the nails. I think those are two different dinosaurs. Who got the new Bar Six shirts? I remember rocking their merch. Was it they got a couple of scenes with them all together taking a picture. I wouldn't mind rocking that on a shirt. Now I'm gonna look. It. I think I'm just so surprised that I've watched all of them. I'm like, it seems like I might be missing something. Um, but they all seem coherent and cohesive. It's just I did see a clip of Brooke coming through a door and saying to someone like long time no see or something like that. I didn't see that episode. So that's why I'm thinking I'm missing something. Like, did I accidentally skip some episodes? I don't know. I was doing my best not to. And like I said, everything seemed cohesive. So it doesn't seem like I skipped any episodes. But a couple of times it seemed like a new episode was playing when I would click on the thumbnail and I wasn't ready for that episode because I was on another episode. So I would exit out and then I would click the resume button and then the resume button would resume what I was watching previously. So I don't know what that was I was watching, if it was a trailer or what. I need to check. I need to check. Cause I thought I had 4 more episodes to go. And then I look down and I'm on episode 9, in the middle of episode 9. I'm like, what? So maybe what I thought was a recap of the previous season, maybe. It has been a while. It's been since this summer, this past summer. So it's been some months in between me watching season 3 and season 4. Hmm. Maybe, and then I have to check this to make sure I'm on the right season. Like, clicking on the season drop down box and checking to make sure I'm on the right season. So maybe I think that's what happened one time when I was watching it, and I did go to the right to season 4. So maybe I was on season 3 with the other video. Uh, so yeah, season 3 was I used the words intense, I think. I used the word suspenseful. Um, season 4 is less intense and more suspenseful. I say that because I think I done got used to it after 3 seasons. That's probably why I think it's less suspenseful. I mean, intense. I mean, I still had to pause, collect myself, calm down, because I'm just like way up there. So maybe it was still intense. Maybe it was still intense. And I just kind of played it off like, ah, yeah, I did have to pause it a couple of times, calm down, and then rewatch it on a later date. So yeah, maybe it's still intense. Maybe like no, it's still intense. It's still intense. I just don't know why well, I could guess. I say I don't know, but then be like, I know why. Okay, so my first thought is I don't know why them not velociraptors. Is that what they call? No, the raptors is the ones that run fast, right? Yeah. I thought the velociraptors were the ones that spit. But I did say velociraptors when I was talking about the ones that run fast earlier. Um the ones that spit and then they do the little sound, and then they have the little colorful collar pop out. Those. Those were huge this season, season 4. They were huge. And my first question is, why are they so huge? And then I'm like, oh yeah, they are genetically modified. That's probably why they're so huge. Cause I was like, I'm thinking they regular dinosaurs, but ain't nothing regular about none of these dinosaurs. They all genetically modified. So these these ones were like as tall as the people. That's how tall they were. They was as tall as the characters. I'm like, oh my goodness. But it's because they've been genetically modified and re-enhanced and do. And hallelujah, Kenji got away. Oh my goodness. Boy, I don't know how sharp their teeth are, but Kenji was able to get away. Mm. And he had like 3 or 4 of them things on his back. And he was able to keep pushing and make it to that pod thing. With the thing still on his back. Like he didn't lose them things till he got in the pod. Them things was on him. And I guess that would be the safest way to get away from them, because if you put too much distance between you and the dinosaur that spits, it would spit. It would spit at you. So, and the spit is acidic. So, yeah, that wouldn't be cool. So, yeah, to keep them close up on you, that way they don't have room to spit. That that was that was pretty. Uh, I don't know. I mean, he didn't mean for it to happen. I'm about to say that was pretty smart, but he wasn't thinking like that. I mean, he just happened to have 4 dinosaurs on his back, so he just was trying to get away. Um, but yeah, to like keep them on his back and get to where he had to go was smart. I mean, but probably at the same time, he probably wasn't thinking that either. Whether it was smart or dumb, he was trying to, get to where he had to go. Um, but yeah, if he had a made, distance, put a couple of feet between him and the dinosaurs, then they would have had room to spit. But I'm thinking they didn't have room to spit by them being so close on up on him. So that's what I'm calling smart. And that's maybe the reason why he didn't get any acid on him, is because they were too close up on him. And they only spit, because of distance. And I want to know how sharp them teeth are. Well, not me personally, but never mind. Because the dinosaurs was on him. They was upon him. Okay? They was up on him. So I'm knowing I mean, either they don't bite or what, like they weren't enhanced to bite. They weren't enhanced to have sharp teeth. I don't know. Like, are they carnivores? Because they did get Newman in the movie Jurassic Park. They pounced on him. Uh, so I'm guessing they bite, but Kenji got away. Kenji got away. No bites. No acid. Whew. And they was as big as he is. A little bigger. A couple of them. They was as tall as he is. Kenji made it out. I might have shed a tear. Maybe. I don't know. I can't remember. When Ben was going through what he was going through, oh my goodness. Oh man. That was one of them times I had to pause it and collect myself and calm down when Ben had when Ben had to get to the pod. And yeah, that time, yeah, when he was trying to make it to the pod, yeah, that part right there. Oh my goodness. But everything else, now I think I kept it together. Um, Even when he was going to the great beyond, I think I held it together. And that part, he was holding the door open. She was like, Brooke was like, "Are you holding the door open?" Cause she trying to close the door, and they would have left Kenji. Oh my goodness. But it would have been all right because when the power went off and reset, the thing went back anyway. So it would have went back and picked up Kenji anyway. Kenji just still would have had them dinos on his back because he ain't have nowhere else to go. Uh, yeah, he would have been in the pod tunnel with the dinos on his back. But Ben left the door open. I might not have cried, but I was like, Ben. I was, I was yelling for Ben. I was team Ben because, oh, heck no, you ain't finna leave Kenji. Like, y'all all coming up out of here. Like, we ain't on Kenji. Kenji making it up out of here. Ben, you gonna make it. Now you sitting up here putting on my heartstring. Let them go now, cause you gonna make it out of here. Stop. Now you about to make me cry. Like y'all, you gonna make it out of here. Like, ugh. It was looking bleak though, cause I had forgot about that car too. And then being the only one remember the damn car. Kenji drove the car and didn't remember the car. Sammy rode in the car and didn't remember the car. Like, share, and do subscribe. Thank you all so much to all you new subscribers. I'm talking about a show streaming on a streaming platform. If you would like to read the book, you can get the book from bookshop.org. I've put the QR code on the screen. I'm trying to put the link in the chat for those of you who use links. I've put the link in the chat. to the bookshop. And if you're like me, you're reading what you watch and you're watching what you read. I am doing a bit of that where I watch movies and I'm reading the books. They're on my TBR. I'm getting to them and enjoying them as well as other books I'm reading that are not movies that I know of, or they're not movies that I know of. Like, I don't know if they're movies, but yeah. So, yeah, just for the love of books, enjoying them in all of their various formats, be it ebook, paperbacks, hardbacks. You got your digital copies of the ebook and the audio books. So whatever you choose. I know one time reading The Trees, I read it in two formats, ebook and audiobook. Um, so that I could have that visual read along as I'm hearing the book. Uh, yeah, so you can enjoy the various formats of reading. I think yeah, of course, I heard somebody do that, so I was like, okay, let me give it a try. Let me give it a go, see how it is, and it's cool. It's great. It's excellent. It's like a read along. You hearing the book, you seeing the book, you reading along with it, and the trees is it was it was an excellent experience for me. I like the patterns and the rhythms that each chapter had. I like the themes that each chapter had when it became noticeable to me that that the chapter had a theme. I liked when I saw it, and I was like, was there other chapters that had themes that I didn't notice? I don't know, but it's like, perhaps they did, and I didn't notice it, but I did. I really enjoyed it when I did notice it. So yeah. Most hilarious chapters, or the most hilarious chapters in that book, were the ones with the themes that I noticed. Yeah, I enjoyed that reading. So yeah, bookshop.org has all the formats that you can enjoy. Ebooks, you can get your book Toot Sweet with an ebook. It's a digital download. Paperback and hardbacks. You can check to see their availabilities and such and so forth with that. And even audiobooks are available via bookshop.org. They have all the formats, and they even have a an app. Yeah, an app platform, an app platform for your digital downloads. So do go and enjoy and explore bookshop.org. They also have discounts and um, themes of the month for the overall bookshop. Has themes and sales and such and so forth going on. Hmm. Update. I did work on uh the Sassy Boucle ribbon yarn scarf that I'm working on. I did work on that earlier. I have a few more skeins of it, and I looked up a couple of tutorials. It said that you can work with it in a single uh, yarn um, yarn skein, or you can double and triple your yarn skeins to make a thicker scarf. So since I have as many as I do, I'm started with the one skein that I was already working with it. It was already out and about. So I figured I'll just make the one with the one skein, and I have two more skeins. I might have three more skeins, but I'll try it out and see what that thickness looks like. Um, I don't know exactly how many skeins I have of this. I know I have two more skeins though, but I might have three or four more skeins. So I might make one scarf with two skeins. I don't know. If I have three, I don't know if I'll just jump to three, or if I'll just try it with two, or if I have three skeins left, I could do one with two or one with three, or yeah, I don't know. I was trying to figure that out, but yeah, I figured it out. I would just have to unravel both skeins and then layer them on top of each other and make it one big skein with the two skeins layered. That's how I think it would be easy working with both skeins at one time. If I go there. So yeah, what say you? Or should I go with the three? Because I think I got at least three more skeins of this. I'm getting up to go and see. I think I got at least three more skeins of this. I might have four more skeins of this. Now with the single skein, I'm gonna have it. It's gonna look good. You will be able to double. Well, I'll be able to double it up. So I'll get that doubled up effect. So, I don't know. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I got this. Wait, is that one? No, that's not it. But that one is. I got one. I got at least one more. One, two. I got two. If I just have two more, then I'll just see about doubling them up. If I got three more, the possibilities, right? I'm thinking, okay, I got this one, that's one, then I got this one, that's two. Okay, do I have any more? Uh, it doesn't seem like I have any more other than these two. I'm looking. I think that might be it. Um, I had one in progress. I think I'm working on the one I had in progress. And I got these two skeins here. They're all the same color. I think. Yeah. I think they're all the same colorway. It's called the Boucle Ribbons. So I had three skeins of the Boucle Ribbons yarn. So I'm working on one of the skeins now, and then I got two more, so I could make that into a double skein, double it. I can double those two and enjoy the ripple effect, the ribbon effect with that. I was calling it sassy because I do have some sassy boucle I yarn, but I've made it into a scarf, so it's not any, it's not yarn anymore. It's the scarf now. So Sassy Blue Clay ribbon is different than the Sassy Blue Clay, I don't know, lace? Is it called lace? I think I did away with my yarn band. So yeah, I got that going and that coming up. And I do have my footies to finish. Boy, when I tell you my toesies was cool and my top half of my body was hot or warm, I was like, oh my goodness, I really need to get my get my footies on, get my footies ready and on. I got one I gotta finish, and then I got one I gotta start and get finished. But yeah, I mean my toesies were cool. I was trying to, you know, fold my cover and put them under the covers and rub them, and they were still cool, even though they were under the cover. Then my top half was warm. I was like, okay, this, you know, I mean, I do have footies I could been made and have my feet in there, but I'm taking my time with that at the moment. Because I could have had it done by now. Uh, so yeah, my feet are like, yeah, if we could crochet, we would have been had them done. Oh boy, was my feet cool. And just my toes, just my toes. Like, do y'all get like that? Just your toes be cool. Without socks, of course. I didn't have on any socks. So. Yeah. So yeah, it's a couple of things. It's a wonder Ben was able to make the ride. He probably was determined to make the ride to meet up with his friends. But by him getting out the car talking about he was still, what he said, he's still broken or something like that. Like dang, it's a wonder you made the ride in the front seat. Like you was able to do that. Like it looked like she got a new car. I don't know if that's hers or if it's a rental. But maybe that car got all the hydraulics it need in order for Ben to have a road comfortably. But he got out the car like ow. Like he got out well and they ran up on him. I was like cautious. I was like, yeah, but he took it. He took their hugs. I was thinking they needed to be cautious. But they throw caution to the wind and hugged him like he was all good. Then Kenji made a remark. He actually like said the dinosaur's name correctly, the one he was talking about. And Darius, not Darius, I be wanting to call him Darian or something, Darian. The character from Moesha. His the character from Moesha's name is Dorian. And for some reason, my mouth want to be fixed to call Darius Darian or something like that. Whatever. And I only started that this season. Um, but yeah, uh, Darius, because I know his name. I paused the screen enough time to be able to see the caption of his name. Uh, yeah, Darius was like, did Kenji just say a dinosaur name right? And I'm like, I mean, that's how y'all do is work with dinosaurs. I mean, so he gonna pick up something along the way, hopefully. As much as y'all be around them things. And then Kenji was like, they the ones with the spiky tails, right? And then Darius, I almost called him Darius again. Darius was like, there we go. That's more like it. I'm like, man, like you ain't the only one that can know about dinosaurs. As much as they done been around dinosaurs, like of course he's picking up on the lingo, okay? Of course he's picking up the dino terminologies. He better. He as much as y'all done been around them, y'all they whole life is like around dinosaurs now. After Camp Cretaceous. And uh yeah, so they had that little hee hee in the car. But yeah, maybe Darius. What do I want to call his name? Darius. Not okay. Darius. Darius. Maybe Darius might think that he he does maybe want to be the smartest about dinosaurs in the group because that's his only identification, perhaps. Um, Kenji has an identification outside of the dinosaurs with his rock climbing. Sammy has the farm. Yaz has the school. Brooklyn has uh everything that she wants to have. Like she got her podcast, she got her unboxings. Um, she got this wild adventure she took on to protect the dinosaurs. And Darius is like only known for the dinosaurs. I wanted to know if Darius was calling his mom. In the previous season, we learned that Darius wasn't talking to his mom and his brother for whatever reason. I don't know. But Kenji was calling Darius Darius' mom and brother like every week at least. Cause they took him on and he was living with them for a while. Darius, Darius, Darius. Um, so Kenji would call, I don't know, every day, at least once a week. And so he learned that Darius wasn't calling his mom. I want to know if that got resolved. Like none of that was said. We did hear that Brooke and her family was talking, but we didn't hear, and we heard about Sammy and her family and the farm and how that was going, but we didn't hear an update about Darius. Darius. Why do I want to call him Darius? I just want to call him everything but Darius, and I did learn his name. Darius. We didn't get an update on Darius. We know an update on Kenji. Uh, Ben, we don't know about his. We don't know an update about his mom, on his mom, and how that relationship's going now that he's with his girlfriend. Um, and we didn't hear about the grandmother of his girlfriend, Abuela. I didn't catch it. If we did hear an update on her, I didn't catch it. Maybe it was a bit quick, um, and I didn't notice it because maybe it was too quick for me. Um, but with Darius, his relationship with his family didn't come up. Him and Ben, him and Ben. I didn't catch an update of with Ben's mom. I didn't catch an update with her. I didn't hear it. And Darius, I didn't hear an update with him and his relationship with his mom and brother and what they were doing and how they were close or not close. Like Um, because Kenji brought it up and was telling Darius that he did need to call them and things like that. So yeah, that didn't come up in season 4. Once again, SpongeBob is coming out with a new movie. Uh, if it's not out already, it'll be out in December. Um, One of my favorites, uh, the captain, the I thought I knew his name. Um, I want to call him the Boo Pirate. Yeah. Drawing a blank at the moment because I was off top of my head. Putting out this reminder. But yeah, SpongeBob got a new movie coming out. It's with the captain in the ship. Not the captain. Um, the pirate, the ghost pirate, which he is the captain of his ghost ship. But yeah, but yeah, the ghost pirate. he got a movie, him and SpongeBob. I'm like, yay, cause I like the episodes with the pirate in it. He got a few episodes in it, and he's gonna be on the big screen. Hopefully, I think this would be a great movie to be in 3D. Seeing as like the pirate like is like a ghost, and he be floating in the water, and then you got the ship. I think that would be a cool 3D effect, and you got the bricks. You got SpongeBob favorite bricks. That probably would be a cool 3D effect. Dropping the bricks. Uh, it's not said to be in 3D. Um, with the trailer that I saw, I don't know if it's gonna be an option though, even though it's not marketed in the trailer as a 3D movie. Maybe there'll be like a IMAX theater type of situation where there's a 3D uh option. I don't know. Let me know, and let me know what the popcorn bucket is gonna be. What the theme popcorn bucket is gonna be. I could imagine that it'll be the ship uh that the ghost pirate is on. That's what I would go with. I don't know, a ship or the treasure chest. The treasure chest would be a good popcorn and drink holder full of booty. You have your treasure chest full of booty, enjoying your movie with your bountiful booty in hand. I think that would be cool. I seen somebody crochet a popcorn hat. They crocheted a popcorn bucket hat, a popcorn bucket, a popcorn cup, and so like a beanie, and it was in the colors of a popcorn holder, like the red and white popcorn holder, and it had popcorn in it. Somebody crocheted that. I saw that, and they do take orders, and they filled the order, and they made a hat with extra. I think they called it extra butter popcorn hat because they put more kernels in it, and they made the hat customized cus, custom to the customer's liking order. So you can order your own crochet popcorn hat and wear it to the movies. So yeah, this season of camp, what's it called? Jurassic World Chaos Theory. This season seemed a bit rushed, to be honest with you. Kenji and Sammy were supposed to be headed home. They weren't supposed to be in the same place as the helicopter ride that Brooke, Darius, Darius, Brooke, Ben, Kenji, Yasmin. They weren't they weren't on their way. They weren't on the same way to where they were going. They was on their way home. We didn't get them at home. They wound up going to the same place, just in like a different area. Uh, and then the convenience of like where the car was, where the helicopter was, that seemed a bit rushed and convenience. I kind of was like, I ain't gonna say nothing now. I ain't gonna say, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it. It was conveniently rushed through this season 4 for whatever reason. Uh, Perhaps for convenience. uh, I didn't mind it though. I didn't mind it. It's noticeable. I didn't mind it though, but it's noticeable that everything was Kenji and Sammy winding up at the same place, and then I didn't know about them getting to that helicopter because uh, but where they were, I didn't think that helicopter was close by, so maybe that was a different helicopter. I don't know, but they were able to get to the car, so when I saw it, I did see it as convenience, but then I thought it was, hey, cool, cool, cool. That's what's up. Cool, excellent. We would like, fine. Come on, get Ben to the chopper. Um, but I have to look. I thought there was at least three more episodes. Maybe I don't know. I could be mistaken, but maybe the other seasons had 12 episodes and not nine. Maybe that's why it's feeling short. I don't know. Maybe they had nine, and it's just been since this summer since I've seen it, and I didn't look back at it to count to see how many episodes there were in the previous seasons. So I guess they're gonna take it light since Ben is still in recovery mode to the point where he ooching and ouching, getting out the car, and he has a wheelchair. So I'm guessing he gonna be taking it light. One would think he would be taking it light, right? Mhm. So I could go into what the characters look like at the end because there were some character changes at the end. As far as their looks and their wardrobes, there were some of those things that stuck out, or I should say, it was different. Okay, so it was different. So you're like, oh, okay, that character's wearing something different. That character has a different hairstyle, a different hair color. And I guess that was done to show the change in the time. Like the one that really stood out was Yas. Her character really changed. What she's wearing changed. Her hairstyle changed. Her size changed. Looked like her size changed. Sammy's size looked like it changed a little bit. Sammy also looked like she had a haircut. I kind of couldn't tell the different changes in the other characters other than Brooke. Brooke has a different hair color and different clothes on, like uh Yaz. Um, Sammy's clothes change is almost not noticeable because it's similar to what she wore previously. But Yasmin, her outfit is totally different. Her hairstyle is totally different. Her weight is totally different. Uh, Very noticeable. Um, the boys, I didn't really notice too much of a difference with the boys. Darius looked like he had the same hairstyle and same clothes on, as far as I could tell. So did Ben. Kenji might have grown out his hair a little bit, and he did have on, like when they were in the car, he had on a different jacket. Because in the previous scene, he didn't have on that jacket. He had on a shirt. He didn't have on a jacket, so that was different. So I'm guessing that was done to show the time lapse on like how long it's been since the last time we saw them coming out of or sending Ben off into the chopper. So it's been a while since we had last seen them. from the time they put Ben in the chopper to the time we see them at Darius's place, all together. Have you seen it? Jurassic World Chaos Theory. Will you see it? I've enjoyed it tremendously. Uh, I started watching it with the Camp Cretagion because that's the first part of it, and Chaos Theory is the second part. So that you could see the development of all the characters, the introduction to them, and then the development of all of them is quite beautiful. I really enjoyed it. It's a great uh, viewing stream experience. It is available for streaming. You can let me know if you checked it out or plan to down in the comments if you do not catch this live stream. Thank you all for your support. Thumbs up, share, like, subscribe to the channel. Bell notifications are available so that you'll know when I go live on these live streams and posts. So there are posts as well that you can interact in, as well as the comment sections. Thank you all for your view. Toodaloo.